Welcome back to the O Show, everything crypto and NFTs every day. And you guys, I've got a really amazing NFT project that has real valid utility. I have Ace Miners with me. I've got Zara and I have AJ. How are you guys doing today?
Doing great, Wendy. Thank you so much for asking. And thank you so much for having us on your platform. It's really a pleasure.
Awesome. I'm excited. I'm excited to learn. How are you doing today, AJ?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having us, Wendy.
Awesome. Okay. So my first question is obviously, what is Ace Miners NFT project? Why do we need to know about it?
Absolutely. That's an excellent question, Wendy. So Ace Miners NFT is a project dedicated to providing accessibility to everyone who's interested in mining without the hassle of mining. As you know, mining requires a lot of things such as electrical upgrades, ventilation, proper environment to have it running in. And so what Ace Miners offers is access to mining without having to do all of that. So essentially, all you have to do is hold on to the NFT. The digital asset will give you access to our mining farm. So we dedicate a hash rate per NFT, which is then converted into rewards for our holders. So essentially, you're generating passive rewards.
Awesome. Awesome. So I know that mining is super hard. And the reason why it's super hard is because I couldn't figure out how to do it. I even know setting up a node sometimes can be complex. And it's kind of, it's not something that's really intuitive because you're kind of almost coding this thing, but you're not coding it. And then if you mess up one little character, it gets things to go a little bit crazy. And I feel like mining any type of cryptocurrency would kind of be similar to that. Plus, on top of it, you do have to have the equipment, which is expensive. I live in California. It's expensive. So I feel like Ace Miners is a really great way for people who are not tech savvy like myself to simply buy an NFT that obviously after you guys have done your due diligence, you join the Discord, you've asked questions to either Zara or to AJ, and it makes sense. And then you can kind of almost earn passive income in that as that. Can you talk to us a little bit more about the utility that the NFT offers? Is it just mining or is it something else?
Absolutely, Wendy. AJ, did you want to answer that?
Sure. So we're fully focused on mining because we're crypto miners. Initially, we've been mining for a few years now with ASIC miners. So the main utility of our project is crypto mining. However, we're different from other projects or mining projects because we're ready to diversify with Litecoin, Cadena, Dogecoin, and also diversifying in the future with other coins such as Bitcoin. So
nice. So is it almost like spec mining, but it's really not spec mining because spec mining is a lot more risky, but you guys are actually like mining top quality projects.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
So we're mining actual coins that have been around. For example, Litecoin has been around for over 10 years and was created to be designed as Bitcoin's little brother, as it has faster transaction fees and also it's much cheaper. I think the average cost was 0.07 cents per transaction. And for example, these miners that we're using, the Cadena miners and Litecoin miners, some of them were making up to $500 a day each in a bull.
Right.
And this is the best time to purchase the miners because during a bear, those prices cut down by at least 50% on some miners. Some of them used to cost about $75,000 for in a bull, but right now it's less than $15,000.
Nice. So this is like the proper, like bear markets are for accumulating mining gear, if that's something that you're interested in.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yep. And then, okay, so there's a big argument going on that mining is not environmentally friendly and people are like in an uproar about it. So what are you guys doing to kind of combat that? Because let's face it, we do know that, mining does leave a little bit of a carbon footprint, but kind of talk to us about how you guys are environmentally friendly.
So we're fully hydro powered, so renewable energy, 100% renewable. So we'll do our part to keep the low carbon footprint. Our crypto mining farm is in Seattle, near Seattle, 4 hours from Seattle, Washington. So
okay.
It's within the United States, so it's not outside or overseas, and it's fully hydropower, like I said.
Yeah, and the electricity is a lot cheaper than mining from home, as you mentioned earlier, Wendy. It costs, over 12 cents per kilowatt hour. And so we're getting really good deals as we have a hosting facility out there. We actually already own the pod as well. We just don't own the land, but it enables us to minimize our carbon footprint since we're fully hydropowered. And with all these regulations coming into play, that's going to be mandatory at some point. And so we just wanted to be ahead of the game.
That's awesome that you guys like thought this through, because there's some people, they start mining and like, oh my God, this is great. This is fantastic. But they don't take into account the high cost. They don't take into account the type of regulations that we are going to see in the future, because let's face it, POW coins are not necessarily under attack, but they are going to be looked at a little bit differently, especially in the United States, because of the ESG regulations and, you know, climate change and all of that stuff. So it's good that you guys have already taken the initiative, kind of similar to the president of El Salvador, and says, you know what, we're going to make this 100% eco-friendly. We are going to use hydropowered electricity. Don't worry, the carbon footprint is minimal here. So I guess my next question is kind of talk to me about the different phases of the project.
Right. So we've got two phases. Our first phase, which was 500 NFTs, is sold out. So we released that a couple months ago. We're actually already hashing and up and running for our community. So we've got all the miners set up and they have access to that dashboard. So we have an API integration, which allows all of our holders to see how much is being accumulated, live hash rates, daily profitability, and the mine rewards. So we're fully transparent. Our team is also fully doxed as well as legally audited, which is really important. And we want to provide that additional reassurance to our community. As far as the second phase, we are minting live right now. We do accept credit cards for those who aren't tech savvy. We have an option within our website that allows users just to use their credit cards and it automatically converts it into ETH. We also have the option for MetaMask for those who are more familiar with that. And so our second phase is a total of 1,500 NFTs. So far, we've minted several of them. So we've got about 1,100 left.
Awesome. Awesome. Is that going to be the max supply is going to be about 2,000?
Yes, max supply is 2,000. We want to keep that exclusivity and we want to be able to provide that to our holders. We also are looking into providing additional perks for those who have minted with us, such as burning some NFTs in exchange for miners, where we'd be able to host the miners for them. So that should reduce our supply even further, making it more valuable.
Okay, we'll have to talk. Yeah, talk to me a little bit more about the burning NFTs and how that works. I guess I don't want to say tokenomics because it's not tokenomics, but it kind of is because it's an NFT. Right. AJ's like trying to rationalize it. He's like, yep. So talk to me about the rationale behind burning some of the NFTs.
So as you know, with mining, it does require a large capital. So we want to be able to offer our members lower rates than retail value. We also operate a facility where we sell miners, and I've personally been selling miners for the last 2.5 years. So we help our members grow their farms and even just get started with mining. So this is a way to introduce that. So essentially they can hold on to their NFTs. And if they decide that they want to have access to the entire miner, they can go in and burn their NFT, which will reduce the supply. We haven't actually offered this news to our members just yet, but it's something that we're looking into doing in the near future.
Awesome. Awesome. So kind of talk to me a little, like, so as far as, so the utility that comes with the NFT project is going to be essentially earning passive income with the mining rewards. And you said that you do have a dashboard that's super transparent. Everybody can see, like, let's say, like, are people able to access immediately and like withdraw some of their funds if they want to, or how does that work?
So right now for phase one, since we're mining and accumulating the coins for our holders, our payouts, our airdrops are scheduled to go out around October 19 for our current phase one holders. And then we will reset those miners and include the ones that we'll purchase with the mint two, with the phase two mint funds. And we'll get those at discounted rates because we're an ASIC vendor. We've been selling ASIC for a couple of years now. So we get those at a discounted rate. So we'll be able to get a lot more miners than initially projected. So yeah, so those miners will, once we reset them, we'll combine them with the phase two miners, and then we'll start accumulating coins for all both phases together. Those rewards are due once quarterly. The holders will be able to go to the dashboard, connect their wallet, and claim the rewards for that quarter.
Okay. And I really like what you said about the minting process, that people were able to use their credit cards that would automatically convert it into ETH. And I've been seeing a lot of projects kind of offer that, because of the volatility with the crypto markets. Like sometimes, like I went to go mint a project a couple of weeks ago. I bought the native token I needed for the mint, and then the market pumped like crazy, but then it dumped right after the mint. So I was like, I've had some extra coins. I took out a little bit on a loss, which is fine. Wasn't a whole lot, but I like that you guys are making that option accessible to everybody. That's somebody who's just heard about crypto is interested in mining but doesn't know how to get started, but then heard about NFTs. NFTs are interesting to them, but they don't know how to get started. Then they can join your Discord, do their due diligence, make sure it makes sense, and then pay with cash.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a game changer, honestly, to be able to have that option. It's helped us out a ton because people can just go right in there, connect their credit card, and be able to mint directly because it converts it into ETH automatically. So it's a really good feature we have.
Awesome. And then as far as the payout method goes, is it going to be in cash or is it going to be in the native currency? Is it going to be like Litecoin or Kadena, or how will that work?
So initially it was going to be Litecoin, but our NFTs are on Ethereum blockchain. So we want to keep that, we want to simplify it the best we can. So since the wallet address for Ethereum is the same one as Polygon's network, so we're going to be sending out either wrapped ETH or a USDC on Polygon, which keeps the fees very minimal in comparison to ETH.
Nice. Absolutely love that. Well, kind of in closing, do you guys have any alpha that you want to drop to my audience, or maybe your community doesn't know about yet?
So the biggest alpha, I would say, Wendy, is the fact that we are going to be investing in a lot more miners than we initially anticipated. So right now, as AJ mentioned, since we are in the bear market, this is the best time to purchase miners because they're at 50-60% off. And so previously, like for me personally, I had purchased the L7 for about 25,000 back in November during a bull market, and right now it's more than half off. So we'll be able to accumulate more of these miners, which will maximize our profits for our holders. So we're looking to invest, a ton more of the mint funds into accumulation. So that's really going to help us. And this project is very long term. So we are looking to be mining for a couple of years since we're investing in the latest algorithms. So we're investing in Litecoin, Dogecoin miners, Merge miners, as well as Kadena miners. The other thing is we are also investing in the latest Kadena miner, which is the Bitmain KA3, which is the most profitable Kadena miner. It's 166 terahash, so it provides a lot of rewards.
Awesome.
And one more thing, I'm going to precise, we are looking to introduce also a compounding option for our holders. They'll be able to, via vote, we're going to do a community vote. They'll be able to vote on how much of the rewards they would like to forego to be put into a compounding wallet to be able to further expand the farm and buy the latest miners. So it's a long-term project.
Awesome. Yeah. I love it. Well, you guys, this was Ace Miners. If this is a project you're interested in, if you like what you heard, I highly recommend you go down below, you join Ace Miners community, you pop in, you ask Zara questions, you ask AJ questions. The team is more than happy to communicate and talk to you, answer anything you need. Again, you guys, thank you so much for joining.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Wendy, for everything that you do. We really appreciate you.
Have a good day, guys. Bye.
Thanks. Yeah.
Bye.